Welcome to Rome. Get ready to step back in time as we explore ancient ruins, incredible gardens, and mouth-watering Italian cuisine. From the awe-inspiring Trevi Fountain to the charming cobblestone streets, Rome is bursting with history and culture. This is the second part of my trip, so get ready for the must-know travel tips, my favorite spots, and let's dive together into the heart of Italy's timeless capital. So it's a new day in Rome, and finally we're going to see the Trevi Fountain. This is probably the most famous fountain in the world, so we expected the place to be packed with tourists. We knew that no matter what time of the day, we would have found people taking pictures, so we managed to come pretty early in the morning to have some room to move around the square. In fact, when we arrived, the sun wasn't even completely lighting the fountain. We continued walking in the area, we passed by the Tempio di Adriano, and finally we got to the Pantheon. We wanted to go inside the Pantheon, but as we saw the hundreds of people waiting in line to print the tickets outside, we were starting to change our mind. Then I got curious, and talking to a man at the entrance, I discovered that there's actually another way to get the tickets. You should go through the door on the left at the entrance, and there will be an employee that will sell you the tickets. And yeah, it's actually faster than the machines outside. If you don't know about the Pantheon, it's a massive temple with a big open oculus on the top that was originally dedicated to all the gods of the pagan Rome, and it's now serving as a Christian church. It's really beautiful, and if you're under 25, it's just €2 a ticket. Otherwise, it will cost you 16 euros, which to me is a little pricey for what's offering. Around noon, we arrived at the Barcaccia Fountain and the Spanish Steps. Here we really experienced the flood of tourists, but it was our fault because this is probably the busiest time of the day to go visit these famous spots. We quickly stopped for a good focaccia, and then we went for a walk along the Tiber River. Here, there were many big trees that guaranteed a good shade all along the walk. This saved us from getting sunburned, and we were able to walk a bit more in the direction we were interested in without stopping every 5 minutes because of the unbearable heat. It's so hot, the floor is melting. Like, you can see that. You can see that it is melting, and it leaves just the footprints. My god. This is when I say it's hot, like it is hot. This is hot. Really hot. For being April also. It's not normal actually. Here there was a very big event and beautiful live singing opera. We stayed here a bit to listen to this incredible art, and then we went back to the Spanish Steps. This time we climbed the stairs all the way up to get to a very nice spot to see Rome from the hills. Still hot. This very nice viewpoint is actually also one of the entrances to the famous park of Villa Borghese. Here there is a large terrace where you can overlook the city. You have to save this place if you're looking for one of the most romantic viewpoints of the sunset in Rome. This park is over 80 hectares and it's like a green sanctuary in Rome. It features meticulously landscaped gardens, terraces, lakes, and it provides a peaceful retreat from the city's hustle and bustle. Here you can really escape the hectic part of the city, the traffic, the many tourists, the heat, and just relax. The sun slowly went down on the city. After enjoying a bit of the golden hour, we got hungry, and later on we finally went to have dinner in a local restaurant. The food was pretty good and the price was reasonable. Before going back to our hotel room, we wanted to see the city by night from the famous viewpoint of Gianicolo. This spot was the perfect way to end our night, overlooking the city, its dim lights, and fewer cars around. The next day, we wanted to go back to all the spots we missed the days prior. One of the things that surely was on my list was the Fontana dei Quattro Fiumi, which means the Fountain of the Four Rivers. It's a stunning Baroque fountain designed by Bernini, symbolizing the four major rivers of the known continent at the time. After that, we went into a random church just to refreshen from the hot sun outside, and as always, the churches in Italy did not disappoint. This is the line to get into the church, and it goes all the way back, yeah. This other church is a really famous one. It's a magnificent Baroque church, renowned for its stunning frescoed ceiling by Andrea Puzzo, which creates an illusion of an open sky. There was also this big mirror you could take selfies in, but to me it was really not worth the line. The photo comes out better without it for sure. Look at this building. It's really ancient, and that's the modern around it. Just melts together. It is beautiful. After the visit to the church, we started doing what I like most, and that's just wandering around. Nowhere fixed to go, just walking where we feel like it. If you know me or my channel, that's my thing. To me, that's traveling the real way. I always discover the best spots just following my sense of curiosity, and this time we found many. some of which we were familiar with, but not their locations. Others we discovered just by chance. Unfortunately, after the last visit, my friend started to feel sick because of the heat, so we went back to the hotel room where she decided she needed to rest until dinner time. To not disturb her in her sleep, I went out on a little tour nearby just by myself. This way, I tried to leave the city as a solo traveler for a few hours. I used public transportation, I walked in different areas, and I can say I didn't find it as difficult as I thought, mainly thanks to the Google Maps instructions, which weren't far from reality. I will talk about moving around in the city alone in my next vlog, together with many other beautiful spots I discovered the next day. I will soon leave for Sardinia and Austria in the next weeks, so stay tuned for more content. If you want to ask me anything about Rome or my trips, follow me on Instagram, TikTok, or leave a comment on here. I will respond to you right away. If you've come this far on the video, thank you so much for watching, and until next time.